Welcome to the deep dive. We take a whole stack of sources, could be articles, research, notes, and pull out the key nuggets for you.
Uh-huh.
Today, we're plunging into something, well, pretty unsettling. An urban legend that's seriously eerie.
Yeah, think of this as your fast track to getting thoroughly creeped out, maybe.
Pretty much. So, what's our focus today?
Okay, so the main topic is this haunted hotel story, specifically centered around a really peculiar mirror.
Okay.
And our source material for this deep dive is a narrative called The Mirror in Room 313. It's packed with suspense, definitely some psychological unease, and just this chilling dread.
Right. And our mission for you listening is to really unpack all those unsettling details.
Yeah, we want to explore how it messes with your perception of identity, of reality even.
And figure out what makes it so compellingly creepy, right? Not just retelling it, but pinpointing those moments of psychological impact.
Exactly. How does it get under your skin? That's what we're digging into.
All right, let's set the scene. The mirror in room 313, where does it start?
It kicks off at the Grand Meridia Hotel. The source calls it ancient by modern standards, located in an old district in Bangladesh.
Ancient. And it says the walls bear the weight of 100 years of secrets. That's evocative. It feels less like a building, more like something else.
It really does. And the story uses its history so well. Apparently, it used to be this super lavish place, colonial officers, poets, even silent film stars stayed there.
Wow.
But now, its charm has dulled, but the mystery, that's only deepened. It's that classic Gothic mix, isn't it? Past grandeur meets present decay.
Yeah, it implies the history isn't just past, it's somehow active. Maybe even a bit malevolent.
Totally. Like the place itself is a character.
And there's this strange timelessness about it, too. Little details, like the chandelier that never flickers or the staircase creaking in perfect rhythm.
Oh, and get this, the concierge. He looks just a bit too unchanged in old photos.
Creepy. Super creepy. But the real kicker is the unspoken rule about room 313.
Ah, yes. Nobody asks about it.
And the hotel never offers it. That silence is almost louder than any warning,
Absolutely. It screams forbidden knowledge. Something is deeply wrong with that room.
Okay, so into this atmosphere walks Arif.
Right. He's a travel blogger, late 20s, known for chasing myths. His whole thing is this Haunted Hotels of Bengal series. He either debunks stuff or catches something eerie on camera.
He's looking for a story.
And boy, does he find one. He first hears about room 313 from this elderly porter who's helping him with his bags.
What does the porter say?
He whispers that the room's been locked for years and that strange things happen in that room. Standard spooky stuff, maybe.
But then comes the line, right? The one that really grabs you.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets really specific and psychological. The porter leans in and says the mirror in 313. It doesn't show you. It shows what's missing.
Wow. Okay, shows what's missing. What does that even mean? That's not your typical haunted mirror story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about a distorted reflection. It's about absence,
Yeah.
which taps into deeper fears, loss, inadequacy, maybe even losing yourself entirely. It twists self-recognition into something ominous.
That's incredibly effective. So Arif checks into room 312, right next door.
Uh-huh. And he can't sleep. The hallway's too quiet. His camera gear feels like dead weight. He's just fixated.
That curiosity, it's like 3 a.m. and he just has to know, that urge to peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, and the story uses that impulse against him. He slips out into the dim hallway.
And the door to 313, it looks normal.
Totally ordinary. Aged wood, brass handle, bit of dust. Almost anticlimactic after all the buildup.
But then, the moment he reaches out.
His skin prickled, the source says, and he realizes
What?
the door is unlocked.
No way. After being told it's been locked for years.
Exactly. It just shatters expectations. The impossible is suddenly possible. It tells you, and Arif, that the rules are different here. He's crossed the line.
So he goes in.
He steps inside. The door clicks shut behind him. That sound.
Mm-hmm.
Sealing his fate, basically.
And the room itself.
Immaculate, but not just cleaned by housekeeping.
Right.
It's described as untouched, preserved, like a museum exhibit, almost too perfect, which feels wrong.
Stillness. Yeah, that's unsettling. What's in there?
A neat queen bed, an antique writing desk,
Mm-hmm.
and the mirror. Tall, oval, dark mahogany frame facing the bed.
Like it's watching.
Yeah. And the glass is spotless, unreasonably so. That unnatural perfection again.
Okay, so things start going wrong pretty quickly, I assume.
Subtly at first.
Yeah.
Arif pulls out his phone. He knows it was at 89% charge. Dead. completely
God,
damaged.
a classic horror move, isolate the victim.
Precisely. It's sensory deprivation before the real supernatural stuff kicks in. He's alone.
And then they're
He turns to it, and his reflection, it's gone.
gone, like completely.
Just the empty room staring back at him. No camera, no face. He even moves side to side, trying to catch an ankle. Still nothing.
Okay, that's deeply disturbing, just absence. Coming back to the porter's warning.
But then it gets worse. There's movement. Not his, the story says. In the mirror's reflection, the bed sheets behind where he should be, they shift slowly, as if someone invisible had just sat down.
Oh my god, that image is, yeah, that's pure nightmare fuel. Seeing something move where you should be, but aren't.
His total disembodiment strips away his fundamental self-recognition. He turns around, obviously sees nothing on the actual bed.
And then he hears something.
A whisper. Super faint. Might have been imagined. Just one word. Leave.
Okay, message received, time to go.
You'd think. But then the atmosphere changes. The air gets heavy, like the walls were exhaling centuries of forgotten air. The room itself feels alive, oppressive.
He must be panicking. Does he try the door?
He backs towards it, heart pounding, grabs the knob, and it's locked.
Locked, but it was unlocked when he came in.
Yep, he bangs, shouts, nothing, no response. He's trapped.
So the unlocked door was just a lure.
Seems like it. Hope offered, then snatched away instantly. Total loss of control. And while he's trapped, the mirror starts to change. It begins to glow faintly, like moonlight on water, but not light. Something else, something described as pulling him in. The mirror's not passive anymore, it's active, predatory.
This is intense. What happens next? Does time get weird?
Totally. Hours passed, or was it minutes? Time twisted like a ribbon in room 313. He eventually collapses, breathing shallow, throat dry, lost track of everything.
Just broken down by the atmosphere and the fear?
And then he hears it. The sound that really seals the horror.
Sound.
A laugh. But it came from the mirror.
Oh no, his own laugh. From the mirror where his reflection wasn't? That's violation on another level.
It's the sound of him being replaced, usurped. The time distortion, the laugh, it's all confirming his identity is being stolen, used against him.
Does he see anything in the mirror now?
He crawls towards it, shaking, and the reflection's back.
Oh, thank God. Wait, is it him?
The source says it wasn't him anymore. It's a version of him. Standing tall, smiling, confident, but cold,
The doppelganger?
essentially. And it's independent. It moves when Arif is still. Blinks when he doesn't. It even waves at him.
Waves. Oh, that's just mocking him. A complete takeover.
And then the reflection whispers the final chilling words.
What does it say?
You took my place.
You took my place. But Arif was the one who broke in? Sort of? What does that mean?
That's the really unsettling twist, isn't it? It suggests the thing in the mirror sees itself as the rightful occupant, and Arif the intruder who disrupted things. Maybe this is a cycle, that the reflection has always been there, waiting.
So it's not just metaphorical identity theft, it's literal, like he's swapping places.
Exactly. It plays on that deep fear that our self isn't fixed, that it can be taken, leaving you trapped, maybe on the other side, just watching.
And then what happens to Arif?
And just like that, Arif vanished.
Vanished. Gone.
Poof. Gone. The mirror goes still again. But now, only the reflection remained, looking back into the room from inside the glass.
Arif is in the mirror now. Trapped.
That's the horrifying implication. And the story then shifts to the hotel's reaction, which is just as chilling.
What happens the next day?
The maid knocks on 313. Just out of habit, apparently she didn't expect it to open.
Does it open?
It does. The room looks untouched, preserved, just like Arif found it. But she feels something different.
And is there any sign, any proof?
Yes.
Yeah.
One crucial detail. The mirror. It now has a faint handprint on the inside of the glass.
Inside? Oh, wow. That's Arif. Proof he's on the other side.
It's subtle, but it confirms everything. And the hotel's response. Swift and silent.
What do they do?
That same night, a different porter quietly removes room 313 from the booking system. Again.
Again, so this has happened before.
Seems like it. No report was filed. No police were called. The story adds, the hotel had learned long ago. Some guests don't check out the normal way.
The hotel is complicit. It just absorbs these events. It's not just a building, it's part of the horror.
Definitely. It's like this indifferent entity that keeps its dark secrets, operating outside normal rules.
Okay, so what about Arif? Is there any follow-up?
There's an epilogue. Weeks later, Arif's blog automatically publishes a scheduled post.
Oh no, what does it say?
The title is something like, "Coming soon, my experience with the most haunted hotel in Bangladesh," and then a line. They say some rooms remember their guests forever. I'll be finding out for myself.
The irony is just crushing. He did find out.
Horribly so. And his followers, they flood the comments naturally. Where are you, bro? You haven't posted in weeks. Are you okay? Is this a prank?
But they never get an answer.
They never got a reply.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
Another victim absorbed by the hotel, by the room, by the mirror.
And legend continues.
Right. The final detail is that people visiting the hotel sometimes go up to the 3rd floor. If they dare peek through the keyhole of room 313,
What do they see?
they see a face staring back, but it's never their own.
Chilling. So the cycle just goes on. Someone else might be trapped in there now. Or maybe it's still Arif.
Or the thing that was there before Arif. It leaves you hanging with that permanent sense of unease.
Wow. Okay, so that was our journey through the mirror in room 313. A really potent mix of urban legend, psychological horror, and that whole theme of identity theft.
It uses so many classic horror elements, the uncanny, feeling disembodied, being cut off, time distortion. But that central idea of the mirror showing what's missing is just genius.
So, as you're listening to this, what really stands out to you? Does this story make you think differently about, I don't know, reflections, or the spaces we inhabit, or even those parts of ourselves we feel might be missing?
Yeah, it's more than just a ghost story, isn't it? It's like a terrifying question about what makes you you and how fragile that might be.
It really makes you wonder. Maybe those legends we brush off aren't just tales. Maybe they're warnings.
And what if that feeling of something missing inside us isn't just a feeling? What if it's something waiting for a chance to, well, take our place?
That's a deeply unsettling thought to end on. The horror isn't just the room, it's the potential vulnerability of our own identity.
Precisely. Something to think about next time you look in a mirror, maybe.